You ever sold something to somebody and immediately regretted it? Yeah, so did this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? He was selling that things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what them things were just yet, but he sold it to an undercover. So you know that's a bad day. You know he had a bad day, okay? Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this thing. Shout out to Cold Blue Cam. You can find the original video down below if you want to watch it without my commentary. Shout out to Cold Blue Cam. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe to not only me, but him as well, or her. That channel, Cold Blue Cam. Let's go.
In early 2023, detectives received a Crime Stopper tip that a store employee was selling drugs at the Treasure Coast Square Mall in Jensen Beach, Florida. A 27-year-old male named Patrick thought it was wise to launch a side hustle within Zumiez, where he sold hallucinogens and other unconventional items not approved by Zumiez to customers of...
Could you imagine being like, because I almost guarantee it was probably one of his coworkers, you know what I'm saying, that alerted whoever they needed to alert. Someone within Zumiez alerted, unless it was, you know, maybe a customer or something that noticed a transaction that shouldn't have been being had at that particular time or place. But I would almost say it was probably an internal situation, coworker, somebody that, you know, is around him enough to know weird habits that shouldn't be weird habits because you're at work, you know. But kudos to him for trying to have a 9-to-5 while doing it, and kudos to him for trying to have a side hustle, even though it wasn't legit, you know. Yeah.
Ages, as per the Martin County Sheriff's Office.
Did they just say that he was selling it to all ages? No. I got to take the kudos back, man. If you selling to kids, you're the scum of the earth. Hold on.
Customers of all ages,
scum of the earth. We don't condone that. It's one thing to sell to adults of age, not these wannabe adults at 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? That's not adults anymore. Gotta remember, 21 is considered adults for everything. Tobacco, weed, alcohol, all of it, all the above. So yeah, as long as it's a consenting adult, right? Cool. Do what you gotta do, player. I understand. Inflation sucks. Things are expensive. Times are hard. Even trying to feed yourself is a little bit more expensive than it was a year ago. So I get it. I understand. But once you start selling to kids, bruh, you the scum of the earth. You the scum of the earth.
County Sheriff's Office, Patrick had been selling mushrooms for a couple months in the store. Undercover detectives initially spoke with Patrick at the store. Later, they returned on 2 separate occasions and purchased psilocybin mushrooms from him. On September 1st, Patrick's rapidly expanding enterprise would soon face its abrupt downfall.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? It's a nice looking mall, though. I gotta say, that is a nice mall.
What's your name again? Patrick?
They're going straight in there, beeline in the Zumiez, straight to Patrick.
What's up, man? Patrick, how are you, buddy? What up? Patrick. I got a picture in front of your back. We'll explain everything in a second, okay? You're set. Mine's double off. You got him. I got him.
Look, buddy went even help finish folding that shirt. Look at him.
Hello, how are you? Good. Where's his black backpack?
What's up?
He's got a black backpack. Is this his? This one's his? Thank you. Alright, man, I'm just gonna double lock these on you, okay? So they don't walk up on you, okay? We'll explain everything to you here in a minute, alright?
He knows exactly what they're there for. Bag secured, baby. Bag secured.
Where's your black backpack?
My black backpack?
Yeah.
Got it.
Upon searching his bag, they discovered a 30-gram plastic Ziploc bag containing mushrooms that tested positive for psilocybin.
Nothing else on you.
Is it psilocybin or psilocybin? Not that it really matters, but is it psilocybin or psilocybin? Or psilocybin? Either way, I don't really think that it really matters in this particular case. Just curious about the pronunciation.
Probably would, yeah.
Should be able to make phone calls too when he gets to the office, alright? Thank you.
That'd be it.
Oh, that's the show.
Imagine just chilling on your shift. cops walk in, like for both parties, him and his coworker. Because that probably wasn't the one, because she was confused as shit. She was like, all right, yeah. I guess take him away.
We are just outside where the movie theaters are.
Or actually, if one of you guys want to take a photo.
I'll do that. Anybody got their work phone on them?
Yeah, do a little photo op real quick. Little photo op. Alright, cool. We're gonna fast forward just a little bit. I wanna see them get into the place, because he probably didn't do a whole lot of talking inside the
Apartment for an interview regarding the events that had taken place.
All right, Brandon. You good? Yep. What's your name, dude? Patrick. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Obviously, we're here because you got yourself in a little bit of a pickle. All right. Do you have any idea that, I don't know if anyone explained anything to you yet or anything?
Nope.
So, months ago, we got complaints of you selling mushrooms, weed, just stuff to not only people coming in and out of the store, but also the juveniles. Okay? Does any of this ring a bell at all?
No.
You don't sell anything?
Mm-mm.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay. Is that what you're going to stick with?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you had a black bag with you today.
Yes.
Is that your backpack?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what was inside of it?
Yeah.
What was inside of it?
There were mushrooms inside the bag.
Do you use mushrooms?
Yes.
How much mushrooms do you use at a time?
I microdose them usually, but about a gram.
Now, what if I told you that we've been buying from you for a bit? So, any of this ring a bell? Like you've been selling?
What if we tell you we've been buying from you for a bit? This goes back to that question when he said, "You want to stand on that? you want to stand on that?"
Dealt with you.
Okay.
Do you want me to elaborate, like refresh your mind a little?
If you want.
It's a little blurry. That's you in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's you during a deal that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you have that outfit?
I do. I just got it.
Yeah. So, once again, that's you. We know for a fact you deal.
Okay.
So, do you do it to like help yourself with extra money, with financially, or help people out, or what's the deal?
Financial deals.
Yeah.
Like,
I just. I
come
don't
on.
do anything.
Come on, cop. Come on, cop. I get it. You're doing your job. You're doing your cop thing. You're doing it for extra money. You're doing it for financial, like, extra money and financial gain are the same thing, first off, okay? And yes, anybody who's selling drugs, there's only two options, right? The main option is for money, financial gain. Option number two is to support your own habit. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily want to get high on your own supply. But if you can go ahead and make enough to then support your own habit so that you got a supply, there it is. But again, either way, it comes down to money, because you either need the money to then go do other things with productively or, unproductively, or unproductively. There you go. I'm going to say unproductively. Or you're going to take that money and you're going to go get whatever you need to feed your habit, right? So either way, it's financial gain for whatever the purposes of that financial gain is irrelevant, but it's all financial gain. Come on now. Come on, God. I just had to
And I'm not saying that you're
bothered me. That was a
bad
stupid
person.
question.
We get it. Like, hey, you give a little here, take a little there. It's for extra money, right? What I'm trying to understand is, number one, what the actual reason is for you to sell it. I'm not saying you're a bad dude. Like, you don't look like a Pablo Escobar. Like, are you? I might be confused. Does anyone at the store know that you do for extra money, or
No.
no one else is involved with it?
Mm-mm.
How much do you sell at a time, dude?
Not much.
Well, what's not much? I mean, you had what? How much did you have with him? Anyone? How much did you have with him?
30 grams.
30 grams.
I mean, that's not a lot, though.
Typically, how much would you sell that for?
Not much.
What's not much?
$160.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for $160. Like, $160 is pretty cheap
because
compared
it's
to what I thought an ounce
mushrooms,
of mushrooms would be.
Partially for the money, but at the same time, mushrooms for a lot of people are medicine, and they help a lot of people with a lot of issues, so I don't really need too much money, so.
How much would you get that for that you could sell it for 160?
How much would I get that for?
Probably like $80.
What's not much?
50, 60.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're making like $100 profit. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming if you buy it in bulk, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a good deal.
I don't really deal with mushrooms too much.
No?
No, it's fairly recent that it's been selling much, and clearly this is why.
Yeah. How long have you been working at Zumiez?
A year in November.
Have you been doing it the whole time there?
Well, at least he's not dumb.
No.
He was a, you
How
know,
long have you been
clearly
selling
this
out of
is
the
why
store?
the mushrooms started moving all of a sudden.
Okay. So you see what the issue here is, right? Like, how big of a clientele do you have?
Not much.
Not much?
I don't make that much money.
Okay. Well, the issue obviously still stands that we're here, obviously, so...
Yeah.
Patrick claimed that he had been engaging in the mushroom trade for approximately a year, seeing it as a strategic maneuver to expand his customer base discreetly within the realm of Zumiez.
How long have you been selling the mushrooms for?
Maybe like a year.
So you just started selling in the last 2 months at Zumiez, but you've been selling it for a year overall?
About.
Where do you typically get it from?
A guy.
Like locally, at the mall?
Yeah, an old friend.
Well, you don't seem like a bad dude, man. It's just one of those things
I
where
know,
you got
yeah.
caught up. How much mushrooms do you think this dude has that you usually get it from?
Oh, look, they're fishing.
I'm not
Because
sure.
they know
He
there ain't nothing
usually
here
has,
with
like,
this dude.
chocolate bars, but it's mainly weed that I get from him. But I've stocked up a long time ago on mushrooms, so that's why I used to take more myself, but after like a really bad trip, I stopped taking them as much. It was mainly for me at 1st, just to kind of stock up because they're hard to get.
Yeah. The dude that you get in Port St. Lucie, you said he has bars.
Chocolate bars.
The stuff you had today wasn't chocolate bars.
Oh no, that's what I said. He usually has chocolate bars. I had gotten it a while ago.
So that was from a while ago from that same guy?
Yeah, those are pretty old in there.
Okay. Alright, just give me a second.
They were fishing there. They don't want nothing
So
to do with
obviously,
this dude. They're
not
trying to
only
figure out
do people,
who's got the
tourists,
bigger
whatever, just come in and randomly ask you, and you just kind of give it to them. What about like kids, like juveniles?
Oh no.
You don't deal with juveniles?
I
Because
try my best. I mean, I don't ID people, but
because the issue that, like I said, the whole reason this started is because kids are getting it, man.
I've never sold mushrooms to any kids.
Well, juveniles, I mean, in the teenage years, I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference.
I mean, like I said, I don't ID, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had anyone tell you that they've had a really bad trip or anything off the stuff you gave them?
No.
Never.
That's
But
all.
you've had
I mean,
yourself
that's
first.
Well, I
not
took way too many.
right. I
How
was
much
about
is
to
way
say
too
it's
many?
gonna be
It was about 14
tolerance and
grams.
how much you take.
You took a whole 14 grams, just ate them?
Well, it's called. I don't want to go into the whole specifics.
No, I'm curious. This is me just
It's
learning
called
how-
lemon teching. Basically, if you grind up the mushrooms and put them in lemon juice, which is citric acid reacts to the psilocybin in the mushrooms, which it basically doubles the dose, but it shortens the trip.
Oh.
So where the trip you take 7 grams, the trip might last 8 hours. If you lemon tech 7 grams, you're gonna trip way harder, but it'll only be for like 2-3 hours.
Shit.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you like shut everything off?
This
kinda
is
just
why.
meditate?
That's
Well,
crazy.
that
That just blew my
time,
mind, bro. I didn't even know what
I,
lemon teching was.
I did it.
You just
I
taught
was
me
in a
something.
really bad
I don't
place at
even
the
do
time.
mushrooms, but I didn't know
so
that was a thing.
I did that. I did it in the dark in my bed. And I like time travel. It was scary. I like partied with demon clown guys and stuff. It was
Jesus.
fun. Yes. But
What?
that's again why.
What? You just say he partied with demon clown guys? Like, bruh. No, thank you.
Always
Keep
tell people
all that to
you
yourself.
need to weigh it out.
Keep
and
all that to
know
yourself.
how much you take because they can do that to you. But like I said before, it does help. I mean, it's obviously mushrooms are starting to be legalized throughout the country. It does help in a therapeutic sense.
No, I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. Where do you have your ounces?
I'd rather not answer that.
Okay, that's fine.
Real quick, was there anybody else working at Zumiez today, or is it just you?
I had one other worker.
So there's somebody there right now?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause we walked out with you and didn't see anybody else in there. I want to make sure it's secure.
No, yeah, she's supposed to call someone.
Okay. Alright.
So you don't want to say where the rest of it is?
I'd rather not.
No, why
Okay.
am I gonna
Yeah,
know?
it's in
No,
it. I
I
just
don't
wanna
have
make
nothing
sure
else
that-
there.
It's not laying around where someone can get to it or try it or kid or anything like that.
You plans to ever do this again?
To sell and stuff like that?
Yeah.
If I get out of this, no, this is my.
But like you said, unfortunately, what really was I don't want to say bread and butter because that sounds like a terrible way to put it, but the The most unfortunate part about this is that we were getting complaints that kids were getting hold of this and that kids were buying it.
That's just
and when we say kids, but we mean people under 18 years old.
Yeah,
And you know,
16,
just as well as I do,
17,
like,
that's
it's hard to see, or tell how old somebody is. Because
juvenile.
sometimes,
I'm
like,
very
dudes
curious
will
about that. That's why I'm very curious about it, because most people, I mean, they're all seem to be adults to me. That's why I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Especially the mushrooms is, I have a very, even when friends of mine ask, because I do have people are 18 and close, I tell them, I do not give mushrooms to children.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2". How long have you been growing a beard?
It's been a while now, 6+ years.
Yeah, 6+ years. How old are you?
I'm 28, turning 28.
28. Okay, so I mean, like when you were in high school, did you have facial hair?
Mm-hmm. I have fish on this. And no, I definitely understand. I definitely understand that.
You probably could have walked into a gas station and like bought beer. You know what I mean?
The funny part is that when I was underage, I never got ID'd, and as soon as I came of age, I got ID'd.
Usually how it happens.
Yeah, it was very.
Well, you know what I mean? Like it's hard.
No, I definitely understand that. I will say I have been very advocate for with anybody who ever asked me that I do not to give mushrooms.
I believe that. I don't believe you.
To anyone, because as somebody who, like I said, tripped too bad, I understand that it could severely mess up your mental state.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we're not saying.
Or at least you understand the repercussions.
No, I understand. Listen, I understand. I did this. And I fully understand the ramifications of my choices. I get it. But, however, if I could say one thing, I always made sure that mushrooms never went to kids.
Of course. No, I understand what you're saying, man. Does like your trips, when you go on a trip, is it like always the same, or is it something different each time?
I would say so. That one time was the only time I ever saw anything that wasn't there. All the other times, it's usually just, things are just kind of moving and colors are
moving. You're like on that 70s show kind of?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, you look at your phone and everything's dancing around. It's usually pretty fun until you abuse it to the point where you take way too much. And then you're like I said, I saw like crazy demon clowns and stuff that I time traveled with.
Right? Like,
that I time traveled with, bro. Like,
Patrick was charged with felony counts of possession of a controlled substance, ×2. Sell, manufacture, distribute Schedule 1, 3, or 4 drugs, ×2. And unlawful use of a two-way communication device, ×2. Lastly, his bond was set at $120,000.
What the?
Head over to codebluecam.com.
Holy moly. Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, when kids are involved and you're dealing with underage, you can't expect anything less, bro. Like that's crazy. 120, holy moly. But it almost seems like he's such a small fish in this bigger scheme of things that they just really want to see who he's gonna give up. That's really what it seemed like, is they just want to see, who are you willing to talk to us about? What names are you willing to give up, my friend? Because that's really what they was fishing for. They was fishing for the dude that he was buying the herb from, the shrooms from, whatever else this dude had, because they was asking questions, just not even subliminally. They were just throwing it in there. Just, hey, well, what else does he have? How much do you think he has? Do you think he has some now? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they definitely was fishing. And I think that's why his bond was really that high, because it's one of those things, like, I don't think that he doesn't seem like he has a record. They didn't say anything or make any mentions of him being like this, habitual criminal or anything. So I think at a certain point, he's going to have the lack of having a criminal record is going to play in his favor. So I don't think that a whole lot of this is going to stick to the point that it's going to stay felonies. They'll probably drop everything down to misdemeanors, honestly, just because he's such a small fish in this situation. But anyways, let me know what you thought about that in the comments below. Do you think he got too much, punishment, not enough punishment? Was his bail too high? Was it not high enough? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's an argument both ways. But yeah, let me know what you thought about that down in the comments below. Down in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.